Welcome back to Fallout 3. We had an interesting session last time in Tranquility Lane, and I think for some reason I got good karma with the decision that I chose, but I I want to check something really quick because I'm pretty certain that that my decision resulted in the death of all the individuals here. Is that my dad? Is he just kind of waiting there? Hold on a sec, I'll go over there. I want to check something really fast though, because I didn't pay attention to this beforehand. So let's see here. I should have a save file, save 100, I think it was, before I went in there. This is save file 110, so I'll be able to come back to here. Okay. So this is before. So this one says subject unknown. King Baldwin, how you doing? Why am I awake right now? So I am trying to get a, I'm trying to do an early morning session before I have to get going for the day and do a lot of stuff. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to be able to get around to doing it today or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, sometimes my schedule, it's just like, where can I squeeze in some time? And it's like 6:30 here on the East Coast too. I'm an early morning person also. How are you doing this morning? Let's see here. Display resident status. Okay, so yes. So all of the residents are alive at this point. So I find this very interesting. And I don't think I paid attention to the reading much when I did this. Hey, good morning, Wade. It is 6:30 in the morning. An early morning stream. Okay, so what I'm not understanding story-wise is, how did I get good karma? This one has a BP error. Which one was this? Dithers. This is interesting because Dithers. Hey Marcus, how you doing? Good to see you. So, what I find interesting, Dithers is the one that was able to, for some reason, understand what was happening on the inside and was able to give us some clues. And when you look at her monitor, there's a, I think BP is blood pressure. There's no temperature, right? And it says anomaly detected. So this is, if you were to come here and read all these beforehand, you would know that, well, let me check the stress level, that there's something going on with Dithers. Stress level extreme. Let me look at the other ones really fast. Rockwell. Yeah, it's almost like noon. Yeah, it's like noon over there, isn't it, Marcus? Hey, Mr. Cranberry, how you doing? Stress level elevated. Okay. J. Rockwell. Let's see if all the stress levels are elevated. Stress level elevated. Okay. So yeah, so I find that interesting. So if I come back to, I think this one right here. This one was after I had resolved. I want to read something really fast. So I think it was Tranquility Lane. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully today. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do today. I'm not too sure if I'm going to follow the main story or if we'll just kind of venture around, because the only quest I have outside of the DLCs, which I'm not going to do right now, is the main story. So, you know, I'm kind of starting to wonder, like, where am I going to pick up more of the side quests at? So we might venture out and see what we can find. But right now, I don't think I fully understand why the choice of launching the Chinese invasion gets you good karma, which results in the death of everybody, you know? So let's see. He says, where do we have more information about the program. Let me see here. Failsafe program documentation. So this says, let's see here. Where do we see? So if your real-world test subjects will die if killed in the simulation. And this is running the failsafe, right? Test subjects will experience real-world termination. So we learn about this, exercise extreme caution. So then he talks about it, and he says, there are days that I consider finally pulling the plug as if it were putting a permanent end to both the simulation and my life. But when he did this, he realized that by disabling the safety protocols, I have ensured that each subject in Vault 112 will physically die if their in-simulation avatars are killed. See here. You said Fallout is, you think, one of the best games ever? Yeah, it's really hard for me to determine like what I think one of my best or favorite games is. But I would say, like, as a franchise, I think Fallout for me is, like, I haven't had this much fun playing a game, or at least a series, in like a long time. I don't know if I would consider it one of my favorite games though. That one's hard. I'd have to really think about that. Okay, so he's talking about that the residents are gonna die, and okay, at least it would have been if not for my own misjudgment. So he knows that he can't die. He said, the secondary safeties, those established in Vault Tech, would prevent my own real-world demise. So he would be stuck in here. Okay. He said, in the end, I would kill all the subjects and save myself, and I wouldn't want it any other way, or so I thought. He said, it's true, the failsafe would scare the hell out of every resident in Tranquility Lane and lead to their deaths, but then what about me? I have no ability to disable my own safety from within, and any other avatars I would create would be driven by the AI and not actual living, thinking human subjects. He said, so what's the fun in tormenting a machine? And so the release of the real-world subjects is more than they deserve, more than I could bear. They'd be dead, and I'd be left here alone, bored for all eternity. I can think of nothing more unacceptable. Okay, so I just find it interesting that there's not a way to save the people. Well, there's not, because in both instances of what you have to do, if you do the things Betty wants you to do, or Dr. Braun in here, it results in you having to kill everybody, and that's how you get out that way. The second way is you basically initiate the failsafe program, which results in the death of everybody anyways. So I think it's a lose-lose. I just find it interesting that there's not another way to do this. Let's see, have I found the father in the game? I did, because last time I completed this and we found Dad. I'm trying to wrap my head around why. I guess it's because we're getting the karma because we're setting the residents free, and not Dr. Braun. So let's go back to 110. So yeah, so all the residents are dead now, and Dr. Braun is... Let's see. Subject unknown. This is probably him. This is... No. I don't know where Dr. Braun is. Maybe he doesn't have a physical body, and that's the thing. Maybe his consciousness was like uploaded to it somehow. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's because you're in a humane way dealing with him, right? Because they no longer, I don't know. Yeah, this one was a really interesting vault. In any case, I think we explored all the vault too. Like if I look at the local map, like there's nothing more I could explore here. So, and the quest we have here is we have to go to the Rivet City Science Lab, and it seems Dad is waiting for us, or he wants us to follow him. Or I think that was the decision I chose, is that I would follow him.
Closer.
And so he's pretty hell-bent right now on trying to figure out Project Theory. It is pretty sad that you can't save the residents. Like, there's, you know, I guess the only way you can save them is by killing them, you know, which, I don't know. Let's see, you said Braun had this vault built for him, and he was insane before the bombs went off. I guess so. Let's see, who do we got fighting out here? Got some super mutants. So if I don't follow Dad, okay, we're gonna have to follow him, because otherwise he's not going to. He's gonna run there. I wonder what happens if I fast travel to there. Because that's a bit of a haul. Can he die? I don't know. He probably can't. How many people were in the bunker? Oh gosh, it was like maybe 7 or 8 people. Why am I getting rads here? The hell are you going, old man? Yeah, I think there was about 8 people. I'm trying to think. You had the Rockwells, you had the News Bombs, you had Miss Dithers, you had the mechanic guy, Bill. I think his name was Bill. Let's see, who else did we have? There was like 3 families there. There was the Rockwells. There was... Oh man, I can't remember. I think there was about 8 people in there. Yeah, like after I finished playing last time, it didn't sit right with me why I got good karma, and I sat here and kept thinking about it, and then what I didn't know is, what I wasn't sure is, were they alive? They must have been alive, you know, beforehand, and I just wanted to check that out and actually see like the statuses on the computer screens. Hey Satrick, how you doing? Good morning. Man, all you folks are early morning risers, it seems, huh? Guess I'm not the only one. Probably depends on where you're at in the world too, but maybe some of you folks are night owls, you know. Generally for me, like, I think I average about 6 hours of sleep a night. I'm usually in bed by like 11 midnight, and I usually get up around 5:30 to 6 in the mornings. I think the older that I get, like, gone are the days of like sleeping in until like 9 or 10 a.m. or something like that. But you have a 12-hour shift today? Oh man, brother, I'm sorry. Hopefully your day goes well though. I've had to do plenty of those before. So, but we're coming into the holiday time frame too, so you know that could either mean people are really busy, or you know, people get more time off. You got to work at 3 in the morning, Cranberry? Wow. Who the hell is this? Is this a scavenger? I think this is a scavenger.
Remember me? Tinker Joe at your service?
Oh, this guy right
Robots for
here.
sale, robots serviced while you wait. Interested?
No, I don't want to buy a robot right now. I wonder... Let's see.
You might be surprised at what...
You can't buy a robot from him. Wait.
I'm afraid this... Well, RL3's a bit finicky about the company he keeps, and
That's funny, he says robots for sale, but
Later.
He's like, I don't have any robots.
Glorious day in this man's army.
Alright, where's Dad? I lost him. Alright, so what do I think about New Vegas? Hey, Nuka King, good morning. How you doing? Let's see, where the hell did Dad go? This is a bad idea. I shouldn't have left him. Now he's like... Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's going... I want to see if he fights. So you can sometimes buy robots from him? Interesting, okay. I wonder if he just, like, comes across one. You know, like, it's kind of like a... like I don't want to say random, but maybe at some points in the game. You can buy the Mr. Gutsy that he has. I think if I remember in Fallout 76... Oh yeah, he does fight. Oh, I don't have any weapons. I think they call him like General Gutsies or something, or Colonel Gutsies. And like, I think the rank determines like how tough they are. So, Marcus, about Fallout New Vegas. Trying to think about like, trying to think about a lot of the stuff I said when I was playing it. But, overall, I think like what makes New Vegas a really great game. A lot of the components are also built into this game as well too. I think the way that they have the world system with karma, which is different from like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, where you don't have karma anymore. I think, oh man, dude, it's a rad scorpion. I think like that's really changed the way how I have to play these games, and I'm kind of surprised they did not maintain that in the newer games. Man, he's got a knife. He's like punching this thing. All right. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, Nuka. Here, I'll pick these up. So I think first off, like what makes New Vegas and Fallout 3 for that instance, like really good games is like the way the world system's built with karma. With New Vegas, though, in particular, what I think makes that one really unique out of all the other Fallout franchises is that, you know, you don't start in the traditional sense that you do like with the other ones. You know, you're not like a vault dweller emerging from the world and trying to figure out what's going on. Like, we start off in, you know, as a courier, and the way the story starts off too, like being basically shot by, oh wow, we got more Mr. Gutsies here. Hold on, I'm trying to think my thoughts here. So, I think it's like the way you start off and like your character, like who you are, Courier 6. I'm gonna see if I can just hit fast travel there. I'm gonna see if he'll make his way over there. Let's see if he'll go there. I think it gives it a really unique story setting. And the story itself in New Vegas is, to me, like one of the better ones. They all, like, honestly, like I can't really say a lot of bad things about any of the stories so far, at least with Fallout 3. Like, but like 4 has a kind of a unique story to it. You know, 76 I think has a really good story to it. But yeah, New Vegas I think just had more of a unique. I think the setting between like the NCR and the Legion and everything like that, like it was a really good setting for at least I enjoyed it really good. Let's see, what level am I right now? Let's look and see. We are level... Where do we find our level at? Level 15. Okay. Let me look and see my map really quick, because wondering if I needed to follow Dad here. You said Fallout 3 is one of your favorites. You're a huge Fallout collector, and you have a huge Fallout collection. So I didn't start playing the game until... I didn't start playing any of the games really until this year. I'm gonna wait for like 10 hours and see if he shows up. But since then, like I've been like really just kind of like addicted to the series. Okay, I think he's inside now. Yeah, he should be. And yeah, I haven't been able to get enough of it. I've been just like constantly just throughout this whole year like playing these. And after I'm done with this one, I'm gonna go back and play number 1 and number 2. Let's see, so we need to go into the science lab. Let me put this up so I don't get freaking shot here. Let's see, where's the science lab at? Science lab's this way. So like Nuka King, like what makes Fallout 3 like your favorite compared to the other ones? Because I imagine you've probably played all of them.
Yes?
See, we need to go this way. Science lab, okay. Yeah, I know, like I don't mind, like I'm not gonna really mind that they're older games, you know, Fallout and Fallout 2. You know, there'll be like a little bit of a, hold on a second, there'll be a little bit of a learning curve and challenge like playing like an older game like that. But I think for me, like what I've really enjoyed about these games is like learning the lore. Like I'm really huge into the story with these games, and so, you know, you'll see me as I go around playing these games. I do spend a lot of time like trying to explore dialogue or finding terminal notes or holotapes or different things like that. When I first played Fallout 4, I didn't spend as much time doing that, and I do owe myself another playthrough of Fallout 4 where I can spend more time actually exploring and getting more of the dialogue. Like by the time I started playing 76, I realized like kind of how the game worked a little bit more, and then when I got into New Vegas, like that's where I really tried to explore as much as possible.
Now I can prove it.
James, you're back.
Let's see. Hey, good morning, Seth. You said you think 3 is really good for their exploration, the choices, but you like 3 a lot because of the Enclave and the DLCs. New Vegas had some pretty good DLCs too. So
And with good news.
let's see what he
I
says
was
here.
right about Brawn and the Gek. If we can find one, we can adapt it to work with the purifiers.
I'd like to believe you, James. I really would. This is all just so sudden.
Madison, I'm telling you, this is real. I talked to Brawn himself. He confirmed it. Don't you see? This is what we've been waiting for.
I don't know, James. So many years have passed. Is it really still worth trying?
How could it not be worth improving the lives of everyone in the wasteland?
Yeah, why would you
What
not
could be a more
try
worthy
if
endeavor?
you had the option to?
You haven't lost any of your passion, have you, James?
It's as important to me as ever, Madison. I know it's important to you too. Let's finish it together.
James, we don't have a Gek. I can get a small team together, but we'll need proof that it works before people believe us.
I know, I was thinking about that. The lab at the facility had some old pre-war computers that we scavenged. One of them might be useful.
At the
In the
facility.
last reports, there's
Wonder
no
what
power to the
facility he's talking about.
Even if one of those computers had a database, we couldn't
There's
access
no
it.
power.
That's why we're going to head over there right now and get things up and running as best we can.
You know, if it were anyone else asking me to do this, I'd have them run right out of Rivet City.
Oh, this is
You know
Jefferson
I wouldn't be here
Memorial.
if I didn't think this would really work. It's time, Madison.
Yeah, thanks, Marcus.
Damn
We
you,
finally
James, when
found
this
Dad.
is all over, you owe me a drink. I'll get the team together.
All right, so they're all heading
Thank you,
over there.
Madison. It's good to be working with you again.
It's
Did
just
you need
fresh water.
something?
It's not a big deal. Did you need something? He just explained everything. Okay. So, let me see here. Can we talk to either of these individuals? Let's see. The quest says go to the Rivet City Science Lab. And on my local map, yeah, we can talk to either Dr. Lee or Dad. He said, steal all the pre-war food on the table and Janice will eat. Janice will eat all of it. And it's all the only ones in the game. It's pre-war food. I gotta be careful because I don't like stealing stuff because, oh, this is all the fresh stuff right here. Because it like, it messes with your karma, you know? Alright, let me talk with Dr. Lee really fast.
You found him? I can't believe it! You have my thanks. We would be lost without James.
Alright. Let's see. You seem happy. Is there anything I should know?
No, of course not. I'm simply glad that our work can continue.
James is essential to the project, that's all, really.
How many caps do I have? Well, I spent quite a few, actually, like buying some stuff for my vault. So I was up to like 5,000 or 6,000 almost, I want to say. But now I think I'm like down in like the 1,000 or 2,000s. Have I found Oasis yet? No, I don't even know what the Oasis is yet. So I have some exploring to do to figure that out.
I have faith in your father. With the knowledge he's gained, we stand a better chance than we ever have.
Okay.
Farewell.
Farewell? It's not farewell. I'm like literally right here.
We need to get back to Project Purity. The computer there is our best chance to locate a Gek.
Won't that be dangerous? Let's see, you have to go now. Can't this wait?
After 20 long years, I finally have a chance to make things right. To finish what I started so long ago. I owe this to Madison. I owe it to your mother. No, I can't wait another moment. Are you coming with us?
Okay, so I think this is where we have a choice. I think this is where I have to decide if we're going to continue with the main story quest or if I can leave myself an outing to be able to go and do some exploration. So if I tell him I'm not going with him, I wonder if that means it's going to put the game on hold essentially, or if it's just going to kind of continue that and then I'll have to come back and link up with them here in a bit. I think it's going to, so we're going to see what's going to happen. The voice acting's really good, Nuka. In most cases. There's sometimes I've made some comments about it, like when I come across it. I don't remember like which one it was. I think it was a Brotherhood of Steel guy earlier in the game, but like the voice acting was really kind of funny compared to the situation they were in. Let's see, do I know what will happen to Dad in Fallout 3? I don't, Marcus. I'm playing blind, so I don't know anything about the story. So this is my first time kind of experiencing it. Okay, I'm gonna tell him I'm not going with him to see if I can get some exploration in.
Are you sure? We could use your help. If you change your mind, you can always meet up with us along the way. If nothing else, come see me once we're set up.
Yep, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So it says completed, join the scientists at Project Purity. So now this should give me the option to go do some exploration.
Hello, son.
Okay, and he's heading over there right now. Let's see, how do I get out of here? Kentelly's door. I think we gotta go this way. Let's see here. Items. Okay, I have 3,500 caps right now. I have to go dump some stuff off at the stash. So we're gonna go do that really quick. Okay, so
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday. The gate guard said the...
okay, so let's go back over to... okay, that's where it wants us to go right now. Got it. Let's see, where in the hell is Megaton at?
gunfire went off.
Let's see, what am I playing on? So this is Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition on Steam. So I'm playing on computer. And matter of fact, so when I bought this game on Steam, actually I bought both Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 on Steam. Otherwise I like to play on PlayStation when I can. But Fallout New Vegas for some reason has native gamepad support through Steam. Fallout 3 does not. And so when I first started playing this game, I couldn't get the gamepad to work, so I was playing with mouse and keyboard, and it was a struggle for me. I was like not really enjoying it. I was like, oh man, this is going to be really hard. And so thankfully I did figure out a way to get the gamepad enabled so I can play with my Xbox controller, but otherwise it was going to be a long playthrough if I couldn't figure that out. Do I have a minigun? I do, Marcus. I don't carry one on me, but I do have one. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a Xbox at all to be able to play any of these games on. Otherwise, I probably would have played them on console if I could. At least these ones. I played Fallout 4 and 76 on PS5. So I can't combine these ones, can't combine that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to, let's Let's see, weapons. We're going to store the 32, the 10 mil, the baseball bat, the mine. And we'll do one of the hunting rifles. Let's see. Guess we'll go ahead and put the repellent stick up for now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I played Skyrim before, Nuka. Like when it first came out. I have Oblivion, and I played like the initial... Okay, so the reason why I bought Oblivion is because after I played Skyrim, I was like so into like Elder Scrolls, so I went and bought Oblivion. But I remember when I started playing it, I didn't get into it the same way that I did Skyrim. I don't know why. I remember starting it and I played it for like an hour or so, and then that was it. I never played any more of it. So I think I'm gonna put it on my list of games to play at some point. Okay, let's see what else can we throw in here. Miscellaneous. Yeah. They have backpack mods in the game, be kind of neat. Actually, I mean, in Fallout 76, you do get backpacks. That acts as like basically your storage, though. I guess that's the way they did it. Let's see, what's tweezers, surgical tubing, scrap metal. We'll put this stuff in here. Rad scorpion glands. I'll put the paint guns up. We'll put the crutch up. Okay. We're down to 149. Okay. Oh, the quantums. Oh, I found 4 of them. Let me see how many of those I have. We have 19 so far. That's good. I think everyone was telling me I needed 30 for something, which I'll figure out later on. But they just told me to make sure that I saved these. So. Okay. Let's see, both of the games run really good on Xbox Series X. You have a PS5, but obviously we can't play them on PS5 because they're not backwards compatible. Or you said they're only streamable. And on the Xbox is backwards compatible. Yeah. I really wish like PlayStation did more of the backwards compatibility, you know, which I don't know. Like you pay so much for these systems, and the least that they could do is like figure out a way to make them backwards compatible, you know. But
serve you, master.
It is what it is. See, we're gonna remove our rads. Okay, let me make sure I'm like in tip-top shape. We're in tip-top shape. All right, Satrick, I hope you have a good day. Okay, thanks for dropping by. What do I think about Fallout 1 and 2? I have yet to play those, Marcus, so I can't unfortunately make a comment about those. At some point, hopefully, you know, once I get done with these, I'll play them, and then I'll be able to say, like, oh, this is what I thought of them. But until then, and the other thing, too, Marcus, is, like, I'm not looking, like, I don't want to look up anything about the games because I want to try to be as spoiler-free about them as possible whenever I get around to playing them. Okay, so let's see, let's look at the map. So where do we want to head to? So we do have a few places that we can explore. Let's see. Temple, let's see. The resort homes. Oh, Oasis is up here. Interesting, okay. So that's there. The PC didn't work on them. You know, supposedly Bethesda's, like, quote, updated them so they could play on modern day PCs, but you know, yeah, I don't know. So 10. Let's see. Who was saying it? Mr. Cranberry. I think you were asking me about Oasis, and you said there was some quests up there. I think I might head up that way and see what that is. That'll be what we'll check out today. So let's go to the resort homes here, which is kind of the closest area that I have. I also didn't check out this power station too. Like I explored it, but I didn't go in it and see what's there. Oh shit. Okay, we got some Talon Company jerks that we gotta deal with. Shit. I kind of remember this area now. Alright, let's take the combat shotgun, this, and this. Oh, and we'll take the pack of cigarettes too. Let's see here. So you're friends with the guy named That Fallout Guy on YouTube, and he's a Fallout collector. I haven't really, how should I say, because I've been kind of worried about like spoilers as I'm playing the game. I haven't unfortunately like looked at too many other Fallout people that play Fallout on YouTube. I'll have to check them out though. Okay, I did see the Yalgoi over there. So I was kind of wondering like what was in this area here in this resort home. I remember last time I came through here, there was just kind of like the Yalgois. I didn't really see like an individual or person. So let's see, this is, which way are we heading? This way has a place for us to go, but we want to go check out Oasis. We'll head this general direction. Yeah, Mario, this has been kind of new for me. Like, I've been streaming for a while, but I haven't, like, playing Fallout has really generated, how should I say it? Crap. I've really gotten, like, this is, like, I've really met, like, a lot more people through YouTube, like, playing this series than I have, like, any other game. Go to the old Olney. Is that the Oasis place, or is that somewhere else? All right, Marcus. Hey, I hope you have a good day. We'll catch you later, okay? Okay, so we got some Yalgois over there. I need to save my ammo for this thing, because this thing's, let's see, I'm down to 306. Let's see what else do we got here that we can use. Man, I'm starting to just run out of bullets on everything. Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it. All right. Oh fuck, they're coming. There's two of them too. I don't want to mess around with these guys. I need. Okay. This place is a bit more dangerous. Ooh. Okay. What time is it for me in the U.S.? It's 7 here. I'm on the east. I'm on the East Coast. Okay. Let's switch to the assault rifle for now. I think I'm heading the way that I need to go. Man, there's a lot of bears up here, isn't there? Some Yalgois. This is like Yalgoi territory. I think like the way Fallout 3 has been designed is, you know, in the inner circle of where you start out at. You're near Vault 101 and everything. Like, you're dealing with, you know, smaller enemies and stuff. Further you start venturing out, you know, you start running into more raiders. The Talon Company guys are much more tougher than regular raiders are. But then as I start getting out over here, you start dealing with the Yalgois, which are probably some of the tougher enemies. And I've only ran into one Reaver so far. Okay, so we want to go this way, it looks like. It does, Nuka, Fallout 3 does have kind of more of a darker and grittier tone to it. Especially like Tranquility Lane, just what we were just doing. Let's see, this Oasis I think is this way. Let's figure out how we... on jump. How we get up over here. '76 definitely had its moments. Fallout 4, somewhat to some degree, but I think Fallout 4 had like a really big aha moment for me, kind of towards the end once I realized, once I got into the Institute. Let's see, top right of the map. Oh, that's where the old Olney is that you were telling me about? It's top right over here? Okay. Let's see, how do we get up here to this place? I wonder if I gotta like go around somehow. Maybe. It seems like it's back there, but you have to deal with terrain and trying to figure out like what we're getting ourselves into here. Oh man, there's like a war going on over here. Looks like there's some friendly people though. Who are these individuals? Slavers?
Morning.
Oh. Is this like a slaver community up here? Oh no, slave map. Let's see, can we read this? Let me go back to the notes really fast. There is hope. There is a safe place. Find the Temple of the Union where slaves are made into free men. Look to the north near Canterbury. Interesting. Hitman. Interesting. Why were these guys not hostile to me, but these ones are? Don't know if this is the way I want to go. I didn't even see this guy down here. This is another slave. Maybe that was the one. Yeah. Those are slaves trying to escape, and they're basically killing them. So it seems like we can come into a slaver community somewhere. Apparently they don't know what I did down in the Lincoln Memorial, so we're just gonna like not speak about that for a little bit. Maybe there's another way to get over to Oasis from here. Unless maybe that was the way, the path to Oasis, but I don't know. Let me go this way and see. So one of the things that I've noticed with this game, though, I think something I liked a little bit better about New Vegas is you actually had faction. You had faction-based karma, which kind of really changed the interaction you had with different factions throughout the game, you know? So, like, if I didn't want to increase hostility towards a certain faction at first, you know, like right now, it's like, okay, well, I won't engage the hitman, you know, because then it would mess up my faction rating with like the slavers or something, you know. But in this game, you just seem to have overall karma, and there are factions that are just, you know, instantly hostile to you, and there are ones that are not, or, you know, like, you know, the raiders are instantly hostile. You know, the Talon Company folks are hostile, but all the, you know, like, I think just based on your karma, that determines whether folks are kind of good or bad towards you, you know. See, we have discovered Oasis.
Outsider, you have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Thanks, Marcus. We'll find it eventually. We're just exploring right now. So these people are definitely hiding out, and he was just telling us to come in. Yeah, Fallout 4, I think when I think back about it, like it didn't, you know, like the... How should I say? I think the lack of a karma system in Fallout 4, like your choices you could make were a little bit more predetermined in that sense. Let's see.
I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
He who has been waiting for... Let's see, who are you and what is this place?
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
Tree Minders, huh?
Yes, we're the Tree Minders. We're his people. If you'll just follow me inside to the pavilion, all will be explained.
So he is a callback character, and it was in both 1 and 2. And then we have the slaver camp just nearby, probably called Paradise Falls, as you said, Nuka. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll follow.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
So, Tree Father Birch.
We're very pleased to see you. You are welcome amongst us, outsider.
I'm surprised they're so open. I wonder what happens if you try coming here and you have like super bad karma, you know, like if they just instantly recognize that you're not a good guy or something, you know? Like, would they let you in? All these people are like one with the trees. Wow. This is like the most green I've seen in the game so far.
We're very... Revel, outsider, for he has chosen you.
Welcome to Oasis, outsider.
Is this the guy that we gotta talk to?
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Okay, we've never... Like, where do you plug stuff in? I've never seen any place like this.
No, I suppose you haven't. In fact, few who live outside of Oasis have. Everything you see around you, from the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, is a gift from him.
You said the wildcard factions was awesome, but Obsidian had made that game. Yeah, definitely there's... I think what Obsidian did is they took like the framework of what Fallout 3 was, and they found a way to kind of figure out how to like what else could we do different but same at the same time, you know? And I think that they wanted to experiment with the faction system, which I think personally, like, I think when I try to compare Fallout 3 and New Vegas, I think maybe that's why I liked New Vegas a bit more, is because you had the different factions that you can explore with or try to figure out how to side with, you know? I don't know if something like that exists here in Fallout 3. So far, it hasn't seemed that way, but, you know, it just seems that you have your overall karma rating, which either makes you like a good person or a bad person, you know, or kind of in the middle. The way you're saying him, I could swear you're referring to a god.
He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
Yeah, Nuka King. The option of having like the silent protagonist that we had in like Fallout 3 and New Vegas, or even 76 to some degree, but like you know, Fallout 4, they definitely did a bit different. And I didn't really understand it, you know, because it was the first game that I had played was Fallout 4, so that's how I just thought the games were. But then when you come back and play a game like New Vegas or Fallout 3, and, you know, I've seen similar comments from other people that, like, you know, the role-playing or the dialogue options were a lot better, because you didn't seem to be kind of canned into what the developers programmed in for the story, you know? Let's see, I may be willing to help, but I need straight answers about who he is. Let's see if I can speech this one.
I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The tree minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
Okay.
We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, I got the dogs. Oh, so I was gonna try to play until 8, which is another like 45 minutes or so, but we'll see if I can. I might need to go a little bit earlier than what I wanted, but okay, let's see here. If you hate technology, why carry weapons?
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates.
Okay, so which brings us to why I'm here, I suppose.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
Okay, let's see if we can meet him.
Person.
Person.
To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
Just a minute now. You said a ceremony? What do we gotta do?
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
Okay.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin.
All right. The basin. The basin. Activate basin of purification. Yeah, we're just gonna drink some tree sap here. Nothing harm can come from that, right? Everyone's showing up. Okay. All right. It is filled with some sort of thick, viscous sap. Oh man.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart. Agents
I wonder if this is a way that you could like reset your karma or something.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately.
Probably not, but
live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And diminishing from day to day.
I want like a group companion.
Except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind, may no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider, And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Interesting. I wonder if we're going to go into another dream state. Oh. Undertake the Tree Minders ceremony. Okay. What's my quest now? Okay. Requires key, so we can't get out yet, so we gotta do something in here. Okay, it looks like there's a path over here to the right, but I'm going to follow the torches. I think that's kind of our beacon right now as to where we might need to go. We drink from the water. We're getting rads, so okay. So we'll see. There's a torch there. See if I can get a good vantage point. So see, there's 3 torches. Can we interact with them? Do I usually stream? Yeah, I do, Duca. Because... So... Basically what I do is... I just stream it, and then... I stream on both YouTube and Twitch, and what I'll do afterwards is, like, when I'm done to upload my video to YouTube, I'll take the Twitch recording, which I can upload over to YouTube, and I convert that into just the... and just the video itself. So I've had, through playing Fallout, I've had a lot more people actually watch, but sometimes if I'm not, like if I don't have people like watching to interact with, then I'll just kind of just do my own commentary as I'm playing, and then just throw it up on YouTube. Just in the event people would want to watch or something like that, you know? Okay, so let's see. Is the tree here? Can we interact? Oh, we can interact with the tree. Okay. The talking tree.
To where I can see.
Oh my god. Interesting. I did not see this, okay.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear.
Thanks, Marcus.
You know what I mean?
Let's see, Seth. So you said in Fallout 1, he had a little sapling growing out of his head. Okay. I appreciate some of the context, Seth, but I'll also try to avoid some of the spoilers so when I get around to it. You know, I think one of the things that's kind of interesting for me when I play these games too is, like, since I'm playing them out of order, let's say I come across this character in Fallout 3, like when I get to Fallout 1, and let's say if I run across him, I'm like, oh, like this is this guy from that, you know? Like I can kind of like, how should I say, like, you know, be able to kind of connect those dots and kind of see that. Okay, let's see. So I've never met a talking tree. Okay, yeah, I appreciate it, Sif. Cause like, like I've always kind of wondered, like, you know, what kind of connections they made between the games, other than it's like the Fallout, like it's the Fallout like universe, you know. So like, there's some stuff that's like consistent between the games, like the Brotherhood of Steel and other stuff like that. But in terms of like characters, because there's such a difference in the time, in the both the distances, like the locations, as well as the timing. Like sometimes you don't really see like characters specifically, you know.
I wish I was too. Then me and Herbert could be the best of friends and live side by side. He's the tree, see? We're old pals, the best of buddies. And we know each other, inside and out. Literally. Well, his name's really Bob. I think it's funny to call him Herbert, but I don't think he thinks it's that funny.
Interesting. So, Seth, you were saying that basically in the first game, he was a ghoul, but he had a sapling growing out of his head, and then he just decided to start walking east. So one of the things I don't know, Seth, also, is, and I'll figure this out when I start playing it, but I don't know, like, where the location of the setting of, like, the original Fallout takes place at, too. So that'll be really interesting when I come around to playing it. Okay, you said the tree. Look in front of you. So, like, I can't really move my camera right now, Nuka, but, like, what am I looking at? Wait, hang on a sec. So you're trapped in there, inside this the Bob thing. So the tree mine, okay, hang on a second. So you're trapped in there.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
Huh. How did a tree end up growing out of your head?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside, and we found
This is a pretty good voice actor.
Weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
So it seems like wherever they were at in the military base, they got infected with some sort of, I'm gonna think it's like some sort of radioactive waste or something like that, and that's, I think, what kind of like turned them into the ghouls. Or at least that's kind of what it sounded like. Hopefully your troubles will be over. I'm here to help.
You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
Oh no. If I do that, what's gonna happen to the people? You know, are they gonna be all pissed off at me? You want me to murder you? You can kill you? You can't be serious.
Completely serious. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now. Rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
Let's see here. If I kill you, every tree minder will come after me.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
Okay, how would I do this?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
Interesting. Okay, I'm not a charity. Cough up some caps. Cough up some caps, tree. Let's see here. Oh man. Let's see, do we do it or do we not do it? I mean, it's what he wants. I just kind of worry about like what the tree minders are gonna say to us, you know?
You will? Oh, you made us so happy. Oh, isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready.
Okay, so let's see here. Goodbye for now, then Herbert or Bob?
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Harold, huh? You know, that reminds me, Seth. I still haven't found a way to like join the Brotherhood yet in this game. Okay, so let's see. He wants us to go down. Let's go back out here and see if we can talk to the tree minders. Oh, so it's just up through there. Okay. Where'd they all go? Oh, I guess they're just around. There's a lot here. It looks like we can explore. Let's see. This is kind of a big area. Yeah, they don't really have anything here though. It just looks like they're just kind of out camping here. Let's see what these people have to say. We haven't talked.
This place is wonderful. So you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me.
Well. We have a lot to explore here. How did you end up here?
I was born here, silly.
Courier number 6, how you doing this morning? Am I playing good or bad karma? Good karma for this playthrough. And I have to be able to, I have to progress through the main quest. Okay, so I have to keep going through the main story then for the Brotherhood of Steel. All right. Tell me about your god.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his root after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Man, dude, I'm gonna feel bad because we're gonna kill him. Okay, child at heart. Let's see. Hey, maybe if you tell me what Harold is scared of, then I won't be scared either.
Aw, I never knew an outsider could be scared of anything. Harold told me that he's scared of fire. If fire ever got on him, it would burn him and Bob until they were all gone. That's why we keep the fires far away from him.
See, what did you have to do to become a tree minder?
Just get born, I guess. You're funny.
Let's see, what about the caves?
My parents told me never to go past the old gate. There are monsters in there.
Let's see, you said Fallout 3 has some of the coolest side quests. I hope I can come across them, you know, because so far, like, I've been trying to just naturally go like where I think the game's, you know, taking me. But I don't feel like I've come across a lot of side quests so far. Like at least in New Vegas kind of started off slow too, but I feel like by the point that I got to where I'm at right now, like about 40 hours into the game, like I had like a ton of side quests to do, you know? And so so that a lot of them are just hidden and you have to explore them. Okay, I mean, it's good to know because then at least I know like right now, like I basically have to start branching out and just exploring the map, you know, in order to find them, right? Is this my first Fallout 3 playthrough? It is, Courier 6. I'm playing it like as blind as I can, you know. Obviously, like a lot of folks still give me some kind of tips and hints, you know. But I do kind of just ask, you know, kind of respect that I'm trying to play through it blind. So, you know, if I get stuck, usually I'll kind of say like, okay, I'm stuck at this point. But most of the time I try to see if I can figure things out, you know. And then have I been to the Pentagon yet? I have not been to the Pentagon yet, Seth. So, and then a good playthrough, yeah. So that's what we're learning right now, right? So we're learning a little bit about like I'm trying to get hints right now. So like, you know, I think it's gonna give me an option of how to do it, you know, like probably use fire or something. But then I would have realized like, okay, he's scared of fire, so we don't want to do that. Hey, Courier 6, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
Farewell, outsider.
Hello, outsider. It's very nice to meet you, outsider. I'm Branch Tender Linden.
Okay, let's see. How did you end up here?
I was found dying in the wastes not far from here by a trader caravan. They knew about this place and brought me to Bloomseer Poplar. She nursed me back to health, and I've stayed ever since.
Interesting. Also, guys, I have probably about 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to stop for the day, so I can get going on my stuff. But I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can until then. Let's see here. I think we can pass a speech check. So, dying, how awful. What happened to you?
I was a Brotherhood of Steel outcast.
Oh.
We had a deep patrol out here looking for some tech, and they got jumped by some Deathclaws. They shredded everyone else and left me bleeding to death. If it wasn't for Oasis and Bloomseer Poplar, I'd be dead right now. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this place. It's beautiful. It's a shame only a few people will ever get to see it.
No, I appreciate it, Nuka. Thank you. Because, like, honestly, some of the little hints here and there, like, are definitely helpful because I do only have like limited time to stream sometimes, and you know, like for instance, like pointing me to the Oasis today was like a good thing because I didn't even know like where I was, like where should I go, like what should I look for, you know. So, and it's an area in the map, you know, at least it lets me know like, okay, let's go check this area out, you know. Courier 6, when do I stream? Do I have a schedule? I don't really have a good schedule, unfortunately, especially like right now. Usually I like to stream in the evenings during the weekdays. The weekends can kind of be just a bit like over the place, depending on like when I can find some time. I will generally stream for about maybe 2 hours, between an hour and a half to 2 hours though. Okay, let's see. So what about the caves?
Oasis is located near what used to be an old mining town before the bombs fell. When the attack started about 200 years ago, many people took shelter in the natural caves that dotted the area. The old gate that stands at the mouth of Oasis Cave is the last piece of architecture from those days.
Okay, so the old gate. Okay. Oh, thanks. Hey, thanks, Seth. I appreciate it. Sometimes I'll be sitting there and I get stuck on something. I'm trying to remember what game I was playing beforehand. I think it was like Chrono Trigger or something like that, but I was just like completely like, oh man, I could not put 2 and 2 together.
Well, I'm not so sure the Great One is a god. I mean, I don't believe in that sort of thing. However, I am beginning to realize he's special. Something greater than any of the creatures in the wasteland.
Oh, Curry 6, I'm sorry to hear about that. Hopefully you find something pretty quick now.
May your spirit rest in his branches.
I would say, like yeah, like the Fallout series has I've been playing it since the TV series came out. So I started with Fallout 4 and then 76 and then New Vegas and now number 3.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bloom.
Eventually we're going to run out of Fallout to play though, and then that's where I'm going to be like,
of Oasis.
A second.
It brings me great honor to welcome you.
All right, sorry about that. People are waking up. Ugh. So, yeah, I'm going to do about 20 more minutes and then I got to go. So, let's see here. Let's see. So, there's so much content in these games that there's just a lot of things that are hidden. And so, exploring. So, you'll have a ton of time to make video. So, yeah, so I think like, Fallout 4 is a great example. Like, that was the first one I had played, but, I didn't do any of the DLCs, and I don't think I did a good job exploring like the whole area, you know. So I owe myself another playthrough there.
Be wary of the water in the caves. I fear they still carry the sting of radiation from the bombs.
Okay, water. So we got to be careful about that. What causes this place to grow?
In what we call the harvest month, the Great One creates seeds among his branches within seed pods. At the end of this time, the pods open and the seeds are carried quite easily upon the wind. It's quite beautiful. Wherever the seeds take purchase, they grow into trees, plants, grass, or all manner of wonderful things.
How did you end up here?
My father was a healer like myself. He had the most curious books I would read about trees and plants and their medicinal properties. Many years later, I heard a rumor about a place such as this. I spent a decade in search of it. I've been in this wonderful place for over 15 years now.
Oh, wow, 15 years. Yeah, Courier 6, like, this TV series is what definitely got me into the franchise. I've commented on it before in the past on, like, my other videos that I've done, especially when I first started the game. I owned Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 when they first came out, and I played both of them for about an hour each when I first bought them. Like, I own the original, like, on PS3 and PS4, but like I don't know why at the time when they came out, like I don't know, whatever was going on in real life at the time for me, like I just never really got into them, and so I only played like really the beginnings, and like that was it, and then I stopped. So never had played 76, so that one was brand new when I started that. And then Fallout New Vegas, I had never even touched that one before. So coming back to them, I think like now that I'm older, and quite frankly, one of the reasons why I stream is because it keeps me like focused, and like I tried, it's like, okay, like I think being able to talk with you all and just people that watch and stuff, it like helps motivate me to like finish these games through. So otherwise I just, you know, I'll kind of lose interest or what have you sometimes. But yeah, so I think after the TV show had came out, like I just like really got into it. Once I started playing it, I just like had fallen in love with these games.
He's not my god. He's everyone's god. You, me, everyone. This place isn't
I can't wait for season 2 to come out.
It's for all mankind.
And yeah, Seth, so I know about Fallout London. I didn't know about all these other ones, though. I'll have to see how I can play those ones, because I will buy the game Fallout 4 on PC so I can do those. Let's see, do I have the Lincoln repeater? I do have the Lincoln repeater.
Oh, if only Tree Father Birch saw it as you do. Of everyone, he's been here the longest. You'd think he'd realize that this place won't remain a secret forever. The caravans know about it, and you found it. How long before someone comes to take this place by force? No, I say allow this place to grow, and that issue becomes moot.
I didn't know you can find the Lincoln repeater in Fallout 76.
May the sap of his wisdom sustain you.
The lever action, I found like a lever action rifle, a Nuka-Cola one in Fallout 76. That became like my go-to. Otherwise, like what got me through a lot of the Fallout 76 was a hunting rifle. Oh, it was part of a bundle. Oh, okay. So it's not just something that you can come across. Interesting. This must be where the caves are at.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband.
He's not going to be happy about me
I suggest
wanting to kill him.
Speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it.
They're not going to be happy with what I'm going to do.
I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way.
Okay. Oh, this is where we get to make a decision on how we're going to do this. You know, it's kind of unfortunate, Nuka, that some of those like exclusive types like aren't just available for purchase. You know, the fact that they're like part of like, you know, account specific, which I get it. It like increases the exclusivity of it, you know, but I don't know. You kind of wish like for someone like me that's came to the franchise, to the series like so late, you know, like Fallout 76 has been out for like 6 years. And if it's like, oh, like I really love playing this game, but you know, I missed out on like 6 years of stuff, you know, and it's like, I don't know, maybe that's what makes it special, you know, is it kind of really honors the people that, you know, or rewards the people that have been like fans and have played it for so long, you know, because they have those things, you know, so that way someone like myself, someone new that's just coming into it, like, you know, it's not like, oh, like you can just buy everything, you know. So I think maybe I can see both sides of the coin, you know. Okay, let's see here. So Harold isn't a god. He's just a human that had some bad luck. He's not a god, Birch. His name's Harold. Okay, let's do the top one.
Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do.
We're gonna have to make him understand. So Seth, you said like New California and Frost are prequels to New Vegas and number 4. Dust is post-Endgame to New Vegas, and Sim Settlements is a revamp of number 4. And Tale of Two Wastelands merges 3 and New Vegas into one game. That would be interesting to see how that plays out. So I will have to at some point like look up the mods and how to play those so I can kind of get a sense of them. And then, have I met Dogmeat in Fallout 4 and 3? I met him in Fallout 4, but I haven't come across him yet in Fallout 3. Let's see, do you know that your god wants me to kill him? Are you aware that he wants to die? I'm going to say this. Are you aware that Harold wants to die?
Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
Oh, let's see here. Free firewood for all. No. So what can I do? Let's see here. Killing him should stop his influence spreading. What can I do to help? Give me a second. My dog is... He's killing me this morning. Normally he doesn't bug me when I'm streaming, but this morning for some reason he's just like, no. Let's see. So so Tree Father Birch is trying to convince us not to kill him. What can we do to help?
If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, so... And then you said you pointed him at the linkage repeater without naming it, so 10 parts ago. Oh, yeah. So now I'm putting it... I have it in the locker just because, like, I don't have a lot of ammo for it.
But sometimes I think he doesn't see the big
And I don't want to carry around the weight.
The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle. A benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
Okay. Doesn't anybody care what your god thinks? Let's see. Why don't any of you listen to Harold? Yeah, why don't any of you listen to Harold?
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
So, okay. So how can we help?
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades.
Ooh.
Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Man, there's 3 different pathways to this so far right now. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta look at these really quick. So we can... Okay. So we can do what Harold wants us to do, and we can kill him, right? And stop it. We can apply the sap, which is going to stop his growth. So it's not going to kill him, but it's basically just going to stop the growth. Or we can apply Laurel's liniment to the heart and accelerate the growth and make more of the wasteland a green land. This is interesting. Hey, Marcus, welcome back. Because I'm trying to think about what we're going to do here. Wow, okay. Let's see, can we talk to this dude here?
Branch Tender Cypress at your service. Welcome to our little home.
What's your opinion about Tree Father Birch and Leaf Mother Laurel?
I wish they wouldn't argue so much. It makes everyone uncomfortable.
If I'm trying to be a good character here, don't make the wrong choice. That's what I love so much about these games is like in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, it doesn't tell you like what's a good choice and what's a bad choice. You know, you have to think really hard on your morals and ethics. You know, you're like, what's a good moral decision, right? And sometimes they're pretty obvious. You know, sometimes it's like a pretty obvious choice, like, okay, this is a bad decision or this is a good decision, right? But then in a case like this, you know, I'm confronted with a conundrum. It's like, what do we do? What choice do we make? You know, you have the one person himself, which is telling me what he wants, and then you have the consequences of your actions. You know, it's like, okay, if I do this, what's it going to mean for the people? What's it going to mean for everybody here? Their purpose, you know, their following, just everything. You know, what second and third order consequences am I looking at? If I look at, you know, the other opinions of Tree Father Birch and now Leaf Mother Laurel, like they have their own opinions too about it, you know. So like this brings me back to the question that I'm trying to figure out in my head right now is like, what constitutes the good choice? And that's why when we started this, when I started this episode out, that's why I spent so much time going back and looking at Vault 112 and the choice that I made and trying to really understand the nature of what I chose to do gave me good karma and why that happened, you know? So that's what I actually love a lot about these games, is that it puts you in a position to where you have to make a choice, but you have to really consider what are the consequences or actions of your choice that you're making. How did you end up here?
I was an outsider like yourself, wandering the world aimlessly, wasting my life trying to seek my fortune. When my eyes beheld the splendor of Oasis, I knew I'd found a holy place. Tree Father Birch allowed me to stay, and I've been here ever
There's
since.
the backwater rifle too. Okay, that's a DLC. Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure when I get to the DLCs to try to find all the unique stuff too, if I can.
Actually, you already did some of it. I had to do the ceremony and meet with the Great One. Then Tree Father Birch taught me everything I needed to know about Oasis and how it has to remain a secret. That's why I'm so worried. I just think letting this place spread into the wasteland would be an unwise decision.
So this guy's saying right here, he doesn't want it to spread further into the wasteland. He wants to keep it, you know, kind of contained within. So I don't think Leaf Mother Laurel is going to like hearing you say that, right? So he's of the opinion that this place needs to stay the Oasis just the way it is. He doesn't want it to spread. Leaf Mother Laurel wants basically the green to spread to all over the place. It's interesting. Who knows what would happen to... What if all the tree minders don't agree with you?
That would worry me. I was out there once, like you. I wandered the wasteland for many years. All I saw was poverty, famine, sickness, hate, and death everywhere I turned. But this place isn't anything like that. We can't allow that kind of evil inside Oasis. We just can't.
Interesting. So he wants to kind of protect it for the way it is.
Goodbye, outsider.
Nuka King, I totally agree with you, honestly, because, and when I go back and play Fallout 4 again at some point, I'm going to probably pick up more on the differences between the system they used for Fallout 4 and the systems that they used for Fallout 3 in New Vegas. And I think honestly, as I'm playing Fallout 3 a bit more now, and thinking back to how Fallout New Vegas was, I think honestly that's what made New Vegas a little bit better, in my opinion, is the faction systems, you know. Well, Seth, considering how Tranquility Lane ended, no. I was sitting there scratching my head like, wow, there didn't really seem to be like a good ending to that. It's like the citizens died at some point. You just like, no matter what choice you made, that was the end of it. How old is the talking tree? Ooh, Marcus, I don't think it actually gave me a hint of how old it was, but he's probably pretty old. I don't know. Let's see, we're in 2077. I don't know, 2277, so we're 200 years. So he's probably pretty old. If he's like a pre-war, if he's like definitely like a war era, he's probably about 200 years old or so. Yeah. Let's see, there's a lot in the Tranquility Lane. There's a lot of choices you can make in that sequence. Some of the hidden ones that I probably... Yeah, so, Nuka, if you go back and look at, I think, the last episode I did, which was Tranquility Lane, like, I went through it making the bad choices at first, and then I didn't want to do that, so then I came through and was able to figure out how to get through the Chinese invasion. But I'm sure there's more stuff in there that I probably missed, which is... It's good that they have stuff like that, because then it gives you like replay value. Okay, guys. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and save here. There was another hidden failsafe. So I found... Interesting. So I have a... Let me see here. I might have to go back and try to see if I can figure that one out without looking it up. I do have my save. I do have my save state before going into Tranquility Lane here at 100, so I'm going to keep that one in case I want to be able to go back and re-experience Tranquility Lane. But yeah, I did find the... Yeah, you'd have to just watch last episode, but I did find the Chinese one. Let's see here. And so he is 205 years old. He was born in 2072, 5 years before the bombs fell. Okay. I wonder if I wonder where. Maybe I need to talk to him more to be able to see what's going on here. Anyways, guys, I have to end it here for this morning. I have some things that I have to get going for the day, unfortunately, but I wanted to get a quick stream in. So next time, I'm going to sit here and ponder about this for a bit. I'm going to try to figure out like what I think I want to do here in this situation, because I feel like I'm being pulled in 3 different directions and I don't necessarily know what I think the right choice is to do here. So when I start next time, I'm kind of going to explore this area a little bit more and kind of like try to put some more pieces together, pieces of information. That way I can make a decision on what I want to do. But hey, yeah, everyone, I hope you have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't get to see you. And we'll catch you later, okay? Take care.